Hey everyone, it's Nicole. Welcome back to my channel, Relax.Cut.Glue. If you're new here, welcome. I am so happy to have y'all here with me today. So over the weekend, I started looking on Amazon for wallpaper because we all know that I've been buying the Dollar Tree wallpaper sheets. I use that to make the covers of my glue books. I also added some letters on this, and I added some stickers in here too. But anyways, I was like, well, each sheet of Dollar Tree wrapping paper, of Dollar Tree wallpaper is 11 by 16. So I was like, what if I get like a roll of peel and stick wallpaper on Amazon? So I got this. I think it was like $3 and some change, and it is 17.3 inches long or tall by 120 inches. So this is a way better deal getting it like this, but I just opened this because I wanted to see, like, is it still thin? So I want to see how this works, and I'm going to make a small glue book, like a black and white glue book. Now, when I saw this, when it arrived, I was like, what? So in the picture, the print looks smaller and it looks like a composition notebook, which is why I picked it. Okay, get off. Annoying. Toodaloo. But I didn't take into consideration that it's going on a wall, so the print would be bigger. But whatever, it's still cool. I thought black and white would be kind of cool because I feel like it goes really good with color. So right out of the gate, it does feel thin, but it also has texture, so I'm not exactly sure how this is going to work. But I want to try the experiment and see. Okay, so I have half of a cereal box here, and step one includes taking off all these edges. So let me grab my X-Acto knife. You can do this with your paper trimmer if you prefer. I just like to do it like this. Now there's all these, like the little bumps right here, the score lines. I cut right before that, so I cut that little bump off. So you can see the bump is still on this piece. Now it's nice and flat and flush. The other cool thing about using your ruler in this is the ruler butts right up against that bump and it holds it in place for you. All right, here we go. So this piece I want to keep because I'm going to use part of that for my spine. I'm going to keep this book a little bit smaller, well, quite a bit smaller actually than my others, or the one that I'm currently working in. But I just want to see if this works good. Now, keep in mind, like it could, if this doesn't work good, it could be the brand of wallpaper. It could be my error. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. So I just kind of want to play with it and see. Okay, so now that I established this is a little bit smaller than 11, I probably want to cut this at, so half of 11 is 5.5, so I do have to go just a little bit smaller than 5.5. You know what? I'm just going to use my paper trimmer for this. It'll be easier. Okay. Not 5.5, just a smidge shorter than 5.5. There we go. Is that what I want to do? Yeah. Okay. Now let's trim this side too, just to make sure that they're exactly the same. So now I want to make this the same height as my panels. So I will just put it right here. And we will give it a trim. There we go. Okay. Now, I don't want my spine this big, so I'm going to actually make it a lot smaller. Let's make it, I don't really want to do an inch, maybe half an inch. We'll do half an inch spine. I'll just do like one, maybe two signatures in it. And I might do like elastic, so it can be like a no-sew version. So first thing I'm going to do is add half the strip onto my thing here. And it's not even, that's fine. It's not going to show anyway. And then I turn it over and I set this however far away I need this to be. And I'm not going to have it be too far apart. And I just eyeball this, but you can use your cutting mat or whatever to give you a perfect space in between. And then I take another piece and I go over the top of that, like so. And then I take my handy dandy bone folder and I push those two pieces of tape together. And that will really make them stick. And then I turn it over and I do the same on the other side. And then I also push it down onto the cardboard. And we'll do one more little whoop. Okay, and then I just cut off these edges with some scissors. Now you're probably wondering why I didn't just leave the spine connected. The reason why is I wanted a smaller spine. And when you remove it and you do it this way, the spine bends a lot easier than it would if you didn't have the tape there. So if these were connected, the spine gets a little, the spine gets a little stiff. Okay, same thing. I'm going to add half of this on here, just eyeballing it. It's not that big of a deal. Ooh, I went a little over half. See, not that big of a deal. It'll be fine. All right, turn it this way. And now this will go on here. Actually, I need to turn it this way. I don't know why I had it that way. Okay, and now I am going to do the same thing and go about the same distance apart. And let's see, right. Oh, my tape is off right here. I'm like, why does that corner look so much longer or so much wider? There we go. Okay, so we want to go here and then here. Perfect. Okay, you could always roll that over too, but I don't because it kind of makes it bulky right there. And then when I add my cover, you know, that's just more bulk right there. Okay, so now I do the same thing. Add my tape. And give it a push. Flip it. And go down the line. This part is my favorite part. So satisfying. So satisfying. Okay, and now I'm just going to see how floppy that is now. So much easier to open and close your glue book or your journal, whatever you're making this for. So now I have my book and my little 1/2-inch spine looking great. Okay, so now I need my, oh man, I'm really nervous. But this is why I'm using a cardboard box. I mean, it does feel stiffer than, I thought it felt fine until I just now opened this. It does feel stiffer. Okay, so I could go, I think I'm just gonna go like this. I think it'll be easier for me. Okay, so I'm just gonna, all right, I'm just gonna use my little Roku. All right, here we go. Oh, geez. Yeah, having it rolled versus a sheet, totally different. All right, here we go. Oh, I'm just gonna kind of follow the line here. All right, here we go. Now we're gonna find out if, okay, the one thing I hate, so here's what I'm gonna try and do. I am going to try and curl this the opposite direction. Kind of flip it the opposite way. I don't know if I can get, this is gonna be the hard part, is keeping this flat while I put this, okay, you know what? I'm just gonna have to take it off and bite the bullet. So here we go. I'm going to peel off the paper that's rolling. Oh my gosh. Hold your breath, guys. Hold your breath. Okay. You know what I'm gonna do? It's longer than I need anyway, so I'm gonna take this corner, peel it back, and push it down. Oh my gosh, I'm so smart. Except for I just... Oh my gosh, this is a train wreck. Don't look. Turn away. Okay, hold on. It's super sticky. Okay, I'm going to do that on this corner too. Okay, I only have this much peeled off. And it's not quite enough, but it's going to be fine because I'll peel the rest in just a second here. So I'm just going to set this down on here. Oh, there we go. Okay, now I can peel the rest off, which is obviously way more than I need. Okay. That was a lot of work. Okay, there we go. You know what I just realized? I'll take this piece. We'll cut it like right here. Ooh, cuts nice when there's... Ooh, look at it slide. That was satisfying. I just realized that I didn't put my... When I do this, I usually put a piece down the middle here. And I forgot to do that because I'm not using the other wallpaper. Like the Dollar Tree one I always remember. Okay, so let's just put this down. Obviously, I'm going to have to cut this, which is not ideal because it's already sticky over here. I got this. I got this. It's okay if it's a little bit shorter. There we go. Down here because this piece is going to cover it. Okay, so now I want to push this down. I want my bone folder. There we go. Push. Where's the other one? Right here. Push. Okay, so I got the spine on there really quick before I forgot. Now I'm just going to do the corners here. It is so dark right now. What in the world? It was so nice last week, and now we're having a rainy week all week long. Ew. And this weekend I have my nephew's 4th birthday and my goddaughter's 7th birthday on the same day at the same time. It's going to be a busy day. Okay, so my next step is I want to kind of rub the wallpaper on the side of the page here, and then I'm going to roll it over with my fingers and keep rolling over. Okay, it's sticking, it folds easy. So far, so good. Okay, I was wondering if like better quality wallpaper would work just as good, but I will say I did see some of the Dollar Tree wallpaper on Amazon. I don't know if somebody's selling it, you know, like they bought a bunch of it, or if like the same company, but I only saw like one of the prints. So that's why I kind of thought maybe it was just one person selling it. Okay, so now we'll do the top. Just bring it up, fold it over. I roll my fingers on the spine like this because I want to make sure that the paper's totally flush with the side of the spine or the edge of the book. Okay. I'm really pleased with this. Let's keep pushing this down. So far, so good. Last side. Okay. I don't know why I thought better quality would be, well, I don't even know if this is better quality. I just know that it feels different. It feels better quality. Okay, now we'll do this side. Ah, so satisfying. I love it. All right, so now we can bend it. Oh, was I scoring on the wrong part? Wait, I'm confused. Where's my score line? Oh, it's right here. Why was I scoring right here? That's so weird. Why was I doing that? I don't know. Okay, that's where it's... No wonder it wasn't bending. Okay, there we go. And there we go. It doesn't matter. This is going to be the back, and that gets covered anyway. Okay. Look, you can see through it. I wondered. That's why I did it the way I did it. Okay, so that side will be the back. I don't really care. You know, it's the back. Okay. which means it'll probably show through here too. But I don't have to use wallpaper on the inside. I can also use something else like paper, cardstock, or whatever. Ooh, I love the way this feels though. Okay, do I want to use the wallpaper? I kind of do. Okay, so what do I need to cut these to? These panels are... Why did I score it like that? I'm so shocked I did that. I never do that. Okay, I got it. I got this. Okay, I will say having it be a rolled piece is harder versus like a sheet you get at the Dollar Tree. And I did look up sheets of wallpaper first, and then all rolls came up. I did get another roll too. I got this one, a black and white checkered, and this also was like $3 or $4 or something for a whole bunch. Okay. For this, I'm going to use my paper trimmer. I just feel like it'll be easier. Okay, so I need to cut it is 5 1/4. So I want to cut this at 5. Let's cut this to 5. Okay, so there's 5. Let's cut another 5. And this is 5. Okay, let's make sure it's all flat and straight. Stinking little curled papers. Okay, and then we want it to be 7 1/4 or a little less than 7 1/2. Because you want it to be smaller. Oh my gosh, it's pouring. All right, let's do this side too. You know, it might be easier too if you kind of cut some of your wallpaper and then maybe put a book on it overnight. You know what I mean? Just so it kind of lays flatter. But it's really not that hard to work with. I'm actually surprised. I thought it would be way harder. Can you guys hear the rain? So these ideally should fit right on here like that. Holy smokes, it's pouring. Okay, there we go. So much easier going from the side. Ah, there. Ah, it feels so nice. Oh my gosh. Really push it down so it stays adhered. That way air doesn't get up in it and all that kind of stuff, you know. All right. This wallpaper, way easier to just peel it and then hold it and put it down. And I find I get it straighter when I work sideways versus the other direction. Okay. Lay that down over that piece that I go. There. Oh my gosh. That looks so good, and it opens and closes so easily. I love it. I have this like rogue piece of pink that might actually work perfect. Let's see here. We have 1, 2, buckle my shoe, 3, 4. We have 2. I might be able, yeah, 2 signatures is good. Should I try? No, I can't wrap it around 3 times. Okay. Okay, so what I did is I'm holding my book backwards. I'm going to leave a bunch up here that I can use to tie. And then this will be signature 1. Wrap it around. You can do this with string too. It doesn't have to be stretchy. Your pages will still come in and out. Embroidery, floss, whatever. Okay, so I'm just going to kind of hold out with my finger. Wrap it around again. Now here's your second signature. Okay, bring it around. Bring it up top and then give it a tie. I'm going to pull this pretty tight. Okay. Hold it with my hand. Hold it with my little finger here. Ooh. Okay. Let's flip this over and see how this is looking. Oh yeah, that's perfect. See how it's tight? Okay. Bring this back. And I'm just going to bring this under this one at the top here and give it one more tie. So all I did is I took it under the other piece. Okay, there we go. Now I'm just gonna, boop, take that off. Now I have 2 signatures that I can put in this little book. It can be a junk journal, it can be a glue book, it could be whatever you want. You could add a little charm right here if you wanted, or anything like that. Super easy. So when I had this here, I wrapped it around once, wrapped it around twice. Look on the inside. If you have 2 strings and you only want 2 signatures, you know you have enough. I brought it up, I tied it. After I tied it, I put one of the strings under so that it brought the 2 together like this, and then tied again. Done. Okay, if you don't like the way this looks, then like I said, you could, you know, put a charm or something on there. I don't care. Now, elastic, you can get at Walmart, Amazon, any craft store. Honestly, it's really cheap in the, like, always look in like the kids section. The crafts are cheaper. Okay, so now all I have to do is fold some paper and put it in here, and we are good to go. So let me go grab some paper and I'll be right back. I'm just going to use regular old copy paper. Although I think this is like better quality copy paper. I think I grabbed my good stuff. That's all right. That's all right. We'll just use that. All right. So I'm going to fold all of these in half, and then I will trim them once they're folded. I feel like I get a more precise, good looking, crisp signature when I do it that way. Okay, so how many do we have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, we have 5 here. We'll do another 5. And then I will trim them to fit inside. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Let's put the other signature together. So these are, my book is, let's see, 5.5. So let's cut these this signature to 5 1/4. I'm gonna do that. Okay. Tap the top. So on the sign, all right, got that on there. Again, you can use your paper trimmer. I just find this to be easier for me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 1/4. Here we come. Oh my gosh, the rain sounds awesome. 1. Take your time when doing this. It'll take a little bit of time to get through all the paper, but it's worth it. Do I have them all? I think I need this last one. Nope, it's good. Okay. So I cut that one to 5 1/4. Let's cut this one to 5 1/4. So now we have the right width. Now what's the height again? It is 7.5, right? Nope, 7 3/4. So let's cut to 7.5. I always go 1/4 of an inch smaller. So 7.5. I'm actually going to go over just a little bit. And the reason why is I want to have a nice crisp line on both sides. So I'm just going to cut a little bit here, and then that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I still have plenty to cut off on the other end. But this way, if I folded it funky or whatever, you won't be able to tell now because I'm cutting off of both ends, the top and the bottom. So I'm just cutting a little bit off of this. Okay, come on, bro. Rude. All right, now I'll go this way, and we will cut this at 7.5. Okay, again, remember, hold your ruler down pretty tight. Go slow so we don't hurt ourselves. And just an FYI, I know I'm using my ruler upside down. I do this on purpose. Just an FYI. People will always be like, you know, you're using your ruler upside down. I'm aware. I'm doing it on purpose. The reason why? the cork doesn't go all the way to the edge. So if you have your ruler like this and you're cutting with an X-Acto blade, it is going to go under a little bit because there's space there and you will not get a straight edge. I mean, you might, but you also might not. Yeah. I've had a business where I had to use this regularly for like 10 years, and trust me, it works better if you do it upside down. But that's just a me thing. You do you. Do it however you want. Okay. Here we go. It's time to add our signatures. All right. Open our book. Signature number 1. Now, you could make this anything. This could be an art journal. This could be a glue book. This could be a doodle book. It could be all the above. You could have each signature be something different. But this is just a fun little glue book. I don't have to keep it black and white. I can do whatever I want with it. But I do think that that is, oh gosh, look how cool the signature is. Just boop, super flat. There we go. It's all done. Bada bing, bada boom. Now, some people put little notches in the top and the bottom here to keep their strings in the same place. Honestly, I don't find that does anything for me. I also don't like the way it looks. I don't mind moving my strings a little bit. That doesn't bother me in any way, shape, or form. But if it bothers you, by all means, change it. The other thing I love about doing my spine the way I did by having the tape in the middle is it allows for my book to lay flat. Normally, it would be very stiff and the cover would be sitting up like this. Now it lays flat. And now you can, you know, turn your pages just like you would in any other kind of book that you made. And look at this. They aren't falling out. I just wanted to show you there that you don't have to sew in your signatures to make sure that they stay in. They stay in even if you do it like this. Now, the cool part is you can take out one page, collage on it, and put it back in. Or you can just treat it like you would a sewn-in signature and, you know, collage as you go, like that. So I thought this was so fun. I will say, this is why I did it on camera. I probably shouldn't have, but I wanted to be open and honest with you guys about buying wallpaper online. Now, this is peel and stick wallpaper, keep in mind. So it's basically a giant sticker. I do like it. I do think that next time I would probably cut a big chunk out, lay it under like a big cutting mat and put a book on it or something to hold it, keep it flat. It is less challenging to work with if it's flat, but otherwise I got this for like $3 and some change. And the amount of glue books, look how thick this, look how much. So this is 120 inches, which means it's 10 feet long. That is a lot of glue books for $3 versus the $1.25 for one sheet at the Dollar Tree. So highly recommend if you're into making junk journals, glue books, whatnot, go with the peel and stick wallpaper. Not only does it feel thick and professional and smooth, I don't know if you guys can see how absolutely smooth this is. It is phenomenal and it works so good. It does not come up. Once it's down, it's down. I mean, these you could probably peel up if you needed to, but I really pushed mine down so that they would stay. Highly, highly recommend. All right, everyone, that is going to conclude today's video. Thank you so much for taking the time out of your day to watch my video. I really appreciate it. If you wouldn't mind, give this video a like to show your support. Don't forget to drink your water. Have a fabulous day. And just a quick reminder that tomorrow is Glue Crew Video Wednesday, so I will be with the Glue Crew tomorrow, but I'll be back on Thursday for some more crafty fun. Bye!